So let's start with Mangalacharya. ॐ अज्ञानातिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरान्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सह गणललिता श्रीविशाखान्विताश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशधारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतिषे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी सखी देवी प्रणमामि हरि प्रिय। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे। Hare Krishna. So once again, welcome all devotees here. And first of all, thank you for joining this program. Now, it's very nice, and when all devotees sit together, they talk about Hari Katha, Hari Nam, pastimes of Supreme Lord. And in fact, that is the most joyful time, not only joyful, but most beneficial time of our life. Otherwise, we all are busy in various other engagements in our life. So we all are busy in our own world. And it's not that we are always busy to maintain our life or for the survival of our life. Most of the time, we are busy to know our identity or establish our identity in the society. It's not that everybody is working hard just to get some food. Though people have sufficient, but still, some people work very hard because somewhere they are trying to get some name, fame in the society, some identity in the society. When we study scriptures, when we hear the message of Supreme Lord, at that time we realize that what is our identity? Jivera Swarupoi Krishnera Nityadas. So today's topic is something related to that only. Now, this concept is difficult to digest initially, but then we need to understand that how it is our best identity, and it is also mentioned that if we are situated in this identity, then only we can be happy. So let us start that. I would like to welcome all the devotees here. So, some of them I know, and thank you. So let's continue. First, I would like to start with what Prabhupada ji says in that regard. So, if anybody would like to read this, can you please raise your hand if somebody would like to read? I hope this is visible. You can read that. Yes, Sudha Mataji, please read it. Yes.
Hare Krishna Mataji. I'm not able to. I'm trying to do from the mobile. And I think the text is getting hidden under your this thing.
Is it hidden for all? You all are not able to see my screen?
I'm able to see the screen, Mataji, but the text. Okay, okay. Now I'm able to move it. Okay, okay. Yes, I'll read, Mataji. Pandita, those who are actually learned, the equipoised advanced devotees who have full knowledge of everything, do not see any living entity as an enemy or friend. Instead, with broader vision, they see that everyone is part of Krishna, as confirmed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Jivera Swarup Hai Krishnera Nityadas, CC Madhya 20.108.
Thank you, Mataji. So, Prabhupada is mentioning that, okay, we can be happy when we understand our relationship with Supreme Lord. Not only our relationship, but everybody's relationship. When we see in that context, then one person is called Pandit, learned, and then he can be happy also. So, when we start on this path, the first teaching is related to our identity, isn't it? When we start Bhagavad Gita, Krishna starts speaking about our identity, that you are Atma, you are not this body, you are soul. And not only Bhagavad Gita, any Vedic text, any Vedic statement talks about basically three concepts. What are these three concepts? So you all know that these three concepts like Sambandha Gyan, Abhideya and Prayojan. So it's good if you read this paragraph also. If somebody is interested, can raise. Otherwise, Sudha Mataji, you can read. Yes, Nivedita Mataji, you wish to read?
Yes, Mataji.
This one, blue text.
Okay. In the Vedas, there are three truths. Veda 3 Tattvakaya. There are Sambandha Tattva, Avideya Tattva, and Prayojana Tattva. The Sambandha is Krishna, the Abhideya is Krishna Bhakti, and the Prayojana is Prema. Sambandha means relationship. There is only one relationship, which is a relationship with Krishna. There is no other relationship.
So Vedic statements, whatever it is, not necessarily Bhagavad Gita, but all other Vedic statements also, they talk about these three elements, Sambandha, Abhideya and Prayojan. Means what is our relation, what am I supposed to do, and what is the ultimate benefit. For example, Bhagavad Gita, as I mentioned, initially Krishna talked about Atma, your soul, you're not body. After some time, he revealed his identity, that he is Supreme Lord, Matta Parataram Nanya. After that, he revealed our relationship with him, that Mame Vansho Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. And then he talked about bhakti process, Sarva Dharman Parityaja. In that way, this we cannot understand by our own intelligence, but our acharyas, they describe that, okay, see, these three elements are involved in all kind of teachings. They are sometimes directly talking about Krishna Bhakti, sometimes they are indirectly talking about Krishna Bhakti. Even if there is some karma kanda, some ritual, then also, because it gives some purification, that purification will ultimately make us eligible to become receptive for Krishna Bhakti. So some prayojan is always there. In that way, the Jivera Swarupa Krishnera Nitya Dasa. This is the kind of our relationship. Now we need to understand that, okay, what is the prayojan of this relationship? Okay, I am Krishna's servant. It does not look so appealing, right? I mean, we do not have any concept like I should become servant of somebody. So when it comes to prayojan, what is the ultimate benefit of that? So what is the ultimate benefit of what I am following? For example, we are following the process of Krishna consciousness, right? So why are we doing so? Anybody would like to say, why am I doing so? What is the ultimate objective of that? Yes, anyone?
Krishna Prem Mataji.
Krishna Prem, okay. So fine, even if I get Krishna Prem, what is going to happen?
We will get the ultimate destination, which is Goloka Vrindavan.
Okay. And once I reach to ultimate destination, then it means I'll be ultimately happy. So yes, happiness is actually our primary objective. And Sukhaya Karmani Karoti Loke. In this world, everybody is working to attain some happiness. Only thing is that if one is not rightly channelized, then we don't know what is ultimate happiness and we are not able to get it. Now, if we talk about happiness, and happiness also has different gradations, isn't it? Let us read from some Upanishad known as Taittiriya Upanishad. Let's talk about human happiness. What is human happiness? So, yeah, somebody can read it. That is definition from Taittiriya Upanishad. What is human? How can I say that somebody is most happy in this world? So, yes, Monica Mataji, please read.
Yes, Mataji. Human happiness, let it be supposed that there is a youth, a noble youth, in the prime of age, most swift and alert, perfectly whole and resolute, most vigorous and of good learning, and that to him belongs the entire earth laden with all riches. Then we have in him one measure of human joy.
So on
Taittiriya
this
Upanishad.
world, yeah, thank you, Mataji. So in this world, if suppose somebody has no idea about spiritual domain or higher planets, and in this world, if somebody wants on this planet, if somebody wants to become happy, then this is the highest parameter of human happiness. That he is having perfect body, young body, and he is having all riches, all facilities, all kind of enjoyment, no rivalry, nothing. So that what more can be there than this? So this is called highest human happiness on this planet. Now it is mentioned in the same Upanishad that okay, this is human happiness. Then if we talk about happiness of other living entities on other planets like Gandharva, so Gandharva happiness will be 100 times more than what we are defining here as human happiness. If we talk about some other living entities like Pitras, like Devatas, so their happiness is further 100 times more than their lower happiness, like Gandharva happiness or Pitra happiness. If Indra's happiness, if we talk about, of course, Devatas also live on heavenly planet. Indradev also live on heavenly planet, but Indradev is like king. Now on this planet, we can easily say that king has more facilities of enjoyment compared to an ordinary person, isn't it? So we can say that okay, king has more opportunities of happiness. Similarly, Indra, who is king, it is said that his happiness is 100 times more than all other devatas. Then Brahaspati, and then it talks about Prajapatis, and then Brahma's happiness. But we know, A Brahma Bhuvana Loka, Punaravartino Arjuna. That Brahma is also not free from death, free from birth, free from some disturbances, some kind of conflict or some disturbances might come in his life. So Brahma is also not free. So Brahma's happiness is, we cannot even imagine how many times compared to human happiness. But again, it is revealed that okay, if somebody becomes free from the clutches of this material world and enters into Brahma Jyoti, then that is called Brahma Sukha. And that happiness is higher than Brahma's happiness because there one is not forced to die, forced to take birth, or other problems of this material world. Then it is said that is there something higher than that Brahma Sukha? Is there something higher than Brahma Sukha? So Chaitanya Saritama says, Krishna Dasa Abhimani Je Ananda Sindhu Koti Brahma Sukhna He Tara Eka Bindu. So Krishna Dasa Abhimana Je Ananda Sindhu. What pleasure is there in serving Supreme Lord? That I am the servant of Supreme Lord Krishna. That happiness, that pride, that ananda, that is like Ananda Sindhu, and this Brahma Sukha, which we are talking about, which higher than Brahma's happiness, which is the happiness merging into Brahman or becoming free from like bodily problems, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi. So if that is compared with one drop, then if we become Krishna's servant, and what pleasure we derive, that is Koti. Koti means 1 crore times, 10 million times more than that. So that is what it is defined here. Let's read the translation. I hope you can see this paragraph. So Amalatma Prabhuji, please read that. This one.
Hare Krishna Pataji Dandvat Pranam. The conception of servitude to Sri Krishna generates such an ocean of joy in the soul that even the joy of oneness with the Absolute, if multiplied 10 million times, could not compare to a drop of it.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Is it like exaggeration that okay? कृष्ण दास अभिमाने, कृष्ण के दास का अभिमान होने का जो सुख है, that is like emotion. कोटि ब्रह्म सुख नहीं, तारा एक बिन. And even if one becomes free from this cycle of birth and death, that happiness is just like a drop compared to the happiness of Krishna Dasa. So we cannot measure that, we are not at that level. But if we hear from great exalted people that what they experience, then we might get some conviction about the happiness of Krishna Dasa. So let's try to hear something from great personalities. For example, last time in this session, glories of Lord Shiva were covered. So we know that Lord Shiva is the most glorious person in this world, right? And he's so magnanimous, he's playing role at different levels. We don't even understand that. For example, he's there in Goloka Vrindavan Dham as Sadashiv. He's playing a role in creation in the form of Shambhu when he brings all living entities to this material world. He's Rudra when it comes to the annihilation of this cosmic manifestation. He's Mahadev also. But what he sees. So let us hear his own words. He says, न जातो जगति शोहम नापि कृष्ण कृपास्पदम परम तद्दास दासानां सदानुग्रह कामकः. न जातो जगति शोहम. He says that I am not Jagadish. I am not supreme. Napi Krishna Kripaspadam. In fact, what to speak of becoming Supreme Lord, I don't have even mercy of that Supreme Lord Krishna. So out of humility, Lord Shiva is saying so because he is talking to devotee. And he says, Param tad dasa dasana sadanugraha kamaka. Kamaka means I desire. Kama means desire. I desire. What do I desire? Sadanugraha. I desire that there should always be the mercy of those people. Which people? Param tad dasa dasana. Those who are servant of that Supreme Personality of Godhead. Like if their mercies, if somehow I can attain their mercy, then that is the perfection of man. So that is what I desire. So that was Lord Shiva's. If you want to read the translation, then it says that, oh Narada, he is speaking to Narada in Brahma Brahad Bhagavatam. He says, I am neither Jagdishwara nor the recipient of Sri Krishna's mercy. I am always eager for the mercy of the servant of his servants, and their mercy is my only desire. So that is what Lord Shiva is. So, of course, I mean, that is his inner mood, though externally he's playing various roles, and he's very powerful also, most glorious personality, but that is his bhav, that is his mood, that I want to attain mercy of servant of Supreme Lord Krishna. That means he is also looking for that kind of happiness. Now let us hear from few more devotees, few more personalities. If we talk about devotees, then we know Hanuman's name comes. Hanumanji is Acharya of Dasya Bhakti. And what he says. So he says the same, this Brahad Bhagavatam, he says, Bhavabandhachide tassi sprasyami na muktaye Bhavan prabhur aham dasa iti yatra vilopyate Bhavabandhachide tassi sprahyami na muktaye. He says that I do not want freedom from this cycle of birth and death, or I do not want liberation. If he's putting a condition, I don't want this liberation of freedom from all these things. If Bhavan Prabhur Aham Dasa, if my identity as your servant, my dear Lord, iti yatra vilupyate, if it becomes vilupt or it disappears, that identity, I don't want that freedom from cycle of birth. It means Doesn't matter whether I'm here in this material world, I'm liberated, wherever I am, my eternal identity is that I am your servant. And that is how he introduced himself. If you read Valmiki Ramayana, this is a verse of Valmiki Ramayana. It says, Dasoham Kausalendrasya Ramasya Klishtikarmanaha Hanumana Shatrusenyana Nihanta Marutatmaja. So he's saying that when he's talking about his identity, he says Marutatmaj. Means I am the son of wind god. Okay, fine. Then he says Shatru Senyanam, means and Nihanta, means destroyer of the army of enemies. So that is all his quality. But what is the primary quality? He says primary identity. He says Dasoham Kausalendrasya, and Das, who's Kausalendra, means Kausal Naresh, Lord Ramachandra, Daso. So in that way, he's again and again emphasizing on that point that that is my real identity. And I don't want to lose it at any cost. Definitely, he must be happy with that identity. That's the reason he's saying so. So that is the mood of all the, most of the, in fact, all the devotees. Now, if we talk about Lakshmi Devi, all the exalted devotees. So if we talk about Lakshmi Devi, now Lakshmi Devi's position is very high. She is consort of Lord Narayan, always there with Lord Narayan. So what she says, let's see it. Kanta seva sukha pura sangama hete sumadhu tate sakshi Lakshmi Thakur Ramani Narayana Radhi Seti Tabu Pada Sivaimati Seva Kare Dasi Abhimani Kanta Seva Sukha Pura. Lord, this goddess Lakshmi Devi, she has all opportunities of Kanta Sukh because she is consort of Lord. She has all opportunity of union with Supreme Lord. She is Lakshmi Thakurani, isn't it? Narayana Radhisiti, she is residing on the chest of Lord Narayan in the form of Srivatsa. Tabu Pada Sevayamati, but still she desires. Her intelligence is fixed in serving lotus feet of Supreme Lord. Seva Kare, Dasi Abhimani. And in that way, that is her Abhiman, that is her pride that I am Dasi or I am the servant of Supreme Lord. So that is her Manobhav or feeling. So let us read the translation. Anybody? Okay. Yes, Sudha Mataji, please read.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Service to Lord is source of all happiness and is more sweet than direct union with him. The goddess of fortune is evidence of this, for although she constantly lives on the heart of Narayana, she wants to render service to his lotus feet. She therefore considers herself a maidservant and serves him constantly. CC Antya 20.60.
So this is, that is her Dasi Abhimana. Her position is so high, but she is relishing only in serving of Supreme Lord rather than union with Supreme Lord. So even service is more relishable than union. Now queens of Dwarka, their position is much higher than Lakshmi Devi also. And there are so many Patranis of Dwarka. There is no comparison to their good fortune, but what they think about themselves. So it is from Srimad Bhagavatam. These Patranis, they were introducing themselves in front of Draupadi and how they used to introduce them. So these verses are talking about that. It says, Atma Ramasita Sima Vayam Vegrahatasikah Sarvasang Nivratyatha Tapasacha Babhuvima. Atma Ramasya, though Supreme Personality of Godhead, our husband, Lord Krishna, is Atma Ram. But and Sarva Sangha Nivratya Tapasa, we have performed austerity and all renunciation, and because of that, we got his association, but we see ourselves as Graha Dasika. We don't see ourselves as Patrani of Dwarka or consort at that level. Rather, we are seeing ourselves as Graha Dasika, means maid servants in the home of Supreme Lord. That is how we see ourselves, and that is how we are happy. They say Graha Dasika. Another statement from another one of the primary queens, Kalindi, she says, Tapascharanti ma gyaya swapat sparshanashaya sakhyopeitya grahit panim yoham tadgrah marjani. So she is saying that Lord personally came along with Sakhya, means Arjun, to accept my hand. And then he says that I performed a lot of austerity. I wanted to touch his lotus feet, and now I attained that good fortune. And what is my position now? Graha, my position is Tad Graha Marjani. Marjani means one who cleans the house. So sweeping the house. Yet I am but a maid servant engaged in sweeping the floor of house of Sri Krishna. So in that way, just like Hanuman is introducing himself as Daso Ham Kausalyandasya, I am servant. Similarly, they are Kanta Bhav, they are having Kanta or Lakshmi Devi, these Patranis, their position is much high. But they are introducing himself like I'm Graha Dasika, Graha Marjani, Tad Graha Marjani. They are also seeing themselves as servant of Supreme. So that mood automatically comes when one engages into devotional service into Supreme Lord. And these Patranis higher position, if scriptures say, Bhagavatam says that gopis are having position higher than these Patranis. But what gopis are thinking? Of course, they are in Madhurya Bhav and they are in Kanta Bhav, but still, in their heart, they are not thinking like that. What they're thinking? So, I know some of you know these verses. Anybody would like to recite? Okay, no problem. So, it is from the, what is that? Gopi Geet, 10th canto. Brajajanartihan Veerayoshita Nijajanasmaya Dhansanasmita Bhajasakhe Bhava Kinkarismano Jalaruhananam Charudarshaya. So these gopis are praying when Krishna disappeared from the arena of rasa dance. They say, Brajajanartihan Veerayoshita. You destroy all the people of Braja, all the distress of people or all the suffering of people of Braja, you destroy that. Veera Yoshita. You are the hero of all the Yoshitas or all the women of Braja. And Nija Janasmaya Dhvans Nasmita. Just by your smith, just by your beautiful smile, you shatter the pride of your devotees. Bhaja Sakhe Bhavat Kinkari Swami. But we accept, we are like your maid servant, Kinkari. So please accept us as your maid servants. These gopis are saying. Where? On that arena of rasa dance. So there also we need to understand, somebody really gets into the meanings of all the gopi geet and their interaction. They are always presenting themselves as servant of Supreme Lord Krishna. Similar verse, which is in the same Gopi Geet prayers, it says, Sharadudashaye sadhu jatasat sarasijodara shri mushadrasha suratanathate shulkadasika varadane gnato neha kim vadav. Sharadudashaye sadhu jas. This Sharad Ritus lotus is very beautiful. So it is said that in beauty, your glance excels at wall of the finest lotus in the pond. But what are you doing? And what is our position? We want to surrender unto you as Suratanathate Ashulka Dasika. Means Ashulka means unpaid, without any salary. So Ashulka Dasika. We are maid servant. And what kind of maid servant? That without any price. Ashulka Dasika. So these gopis are also presenting their bhav as servant of Supreme Lord. These are all exalted people and they are expressing their feelings that our real position, where we derive ultimate happiness, is when we see ourselves as your servant. So gopis are also thinking like that. And who is topmost among all gopis? Of course, Radharani. Now, what Radharani thinks? What she thinks? Because she is the most beloved personality or lover of Lord Krishna. But what she thinks? So she thinks this is from Chaitanya Charitamrita, she says, Krishna more kantakari, kahe more praneshwari, murahaya dasi abhimana. So she is also saying that Krishna says that you are my praneshwari, you are my kanta, and I am there in kanta how to give him pleasure. But morahaya dasi abhimana, but in my heart, my pride is not that I am praneshwari of Supreme Lord. My pride is not that I am Kanta of Supreme Lord or lover of Supreme Lord, but my pride is that Dasi Abhiman. I am the topmost, or I am the servant of Supreme Lord. So that is my point. And Bhagavatam also confirms this point. This one is from Bhagavatam, where when Krishna disappeared from this residence arena, then she spoke this verse. She said, Ha nath Ravana Prestha, Kwasi Kwasi Mahabhuja, Dasya Sekar Panaya me Sakhe Darshaya Sanya. So Sri Radhika cried out when Krishna suddenly disappeared. She says, Oh Master, I am your poor servant, Dasya Se. So please be merciful to me. And where are you? Where have you disappeared? So please show me yourself. So whenever they are addressing to Supreme Lord, they give their addressing or introduction also by saying that we are your servant. Even Radharani is saying like that. So what to speak of other personalities, isn't it?
Hare Krishna Mataji, I have a small point.
Yes, sir.
From the previous slide, the last line says, isn't it a murder? What does that implicate, or what does that mean?
Yeah, they are in Madhuri Bhav. So Gopi's position is like that. See, Madhuri Bhav is different than Ashwari Bhav. When somebody is under Ashwari Bhav, for example, Vaikuntha Dham, then they always see that Supreme Lord Narayana is highest position, and they always deal with him with awe and reverence. That okay, bow down. They don't take Lord Narayana lightly. But here in Vrindavan, the mood of devotees are little different. They generally do not consider Krishna as Supreme Lord. So they are more associated with in their own rasas, either Vatsalya Bhav, either Shringar ras, Sakhya Bhav. And in that kind of rasa, whatever dealing is needed, sometimes to chastise. This, if somebody is in Kanta Bhava, Madhuri Ras, Shringar Ras, then they have right to chastise their lovers sometimes. So in that way, they are saying that, okay, you are not coming, you are not showing your face, and we are here to surrender you, and you are just killing us like that. So of course, in other mood, in the Ashwari Bhav, somebody cannot say like that, but they are in that close association of Supreme Lord, and in Shangara, so they have this right to sometimes give some joke or give these kind of statements that okay, you are killing us, you are somewhere they say, okay, you are like a great cheater. Now, nobody can say to Lord Narayana that you are a great cheater, but these gopis have right, or Brajvasis have right to do so, and Brajvasis too. That's the reason that kind of relationship is more relishable with Supreme Lord, where one freely associates with Supreme Lord. So in that way, they are expressing that, okay, you are not appearing, you are not showering your mercy, you disappear from here. And is it not like you are murdering us? Why are you troubling us? Why are you killing us? Is that okay, Prabhuji?
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Now, everyone is saying like that, okay, we are your servant, we are your servant. So why they are saying like that? Now, we need to understand this is one nice verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita. It says, Krishna premerale ek apurva prabhava guru samlaghu ke karaya dasya bhava. This is one wonderful quality of Krishna prem. What is the quality? It has one apurva prabha. What kind of apurva prabha? Guru Sama Laghuke Karaya Dasya Bhav. Anybody, whether somebody is superior to him in some relationship, for example, Vatsyalas, parents, somebody is equal or Laghu, for example, Dasya Bhav, or somebody is equal like Sakhya Bhav or Shringar Bhav, Karaya Dasya, everyone, though they are associating in different mellows, but in their heart, they always feel that they are servant of Supreme Lord. Even father, mother are also thinking that they are servant of Lord Krishna. Even friends are also thinking that they are servant of Lord Krishna. Even all gopis and Radharani and Patranis and Lakshmi Devi, everybody is thinking that they are servant of Lord Krishna. So why they are thinking? Because this is a wonderful quality of Krishna Prema, Apurva Prabha. So this is a unique effect of Krishna's love. It imbues superiors, equals, and inferiors with the spirit of service to Lord Krishna. So, and that's the reason. Now, where is the proof that superiors also feel that they are servant of Lord Krishna? Superiors means those who are in Vatsalya, like Guru or Mother or Father. So, example of Nanda Maharaj has been given. Though Nanda Maharaj does not consider Lord Krishna as Supreme Lord. No, for him, Lord Krishna is like his own son. But when Uddhav came to his house to give some solace because Krishna sent him, so he revealed that, okay, he's Supreme Lord, don't worry about this and that. At that time, Nanda Maharaj expressed his opinion. He said, Manaso pratyo na siho Krishna padam bhujashraya vacho vidhayini nama kayastat pravanadishu. He says that, okay, my dear Uddhav, whatever you are saying, that Krishna is Supreme Lord is possible. You might think like that, but for me, he is my son. But still, I am very much attached to them. And may my mind, manaso, vratyo, na sivo, Krishna padam bhujashraya. May my mind be always attached to Lord Krishna. Always attached to the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Padam bhuja. May it always take shelter at the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Vacho bhi dhaini dhamna. That means may our tongue always chant names of Lord Krishna. Your name of Lord Krishna. He is not saying Lord, he is saying your name of Lord Krishna. Name of your Lord Krishna. And then he says that may our body lie prostrate before him. So he was saying that, okay, he might be Krishna Lord for you, but for us, he is my son. But still, I always want to chant his names. I want to lie prostrate before him. And I want my mind to always remain engaged in his service. So he also maintains that feeling of service unto Supreme Lord Krishna. Though he is not seeing him as Supreme Lord, but that mood is there. So that is like Vatsalya. What about Sakhya? So Krishna's friends, they are always playing and they are also just like gopis are sometimes quarreling and fighting. Similarly, these friends also sometimes arguing with each other and quarreling with each other, playing. But Krishna Sange Yuddha Kare Skandhe Arohana Tara Dasya Bhava Kare Charana Sevana. Krishna Sange Yuddha Kare. They engage into some kind of fraternal fight with Krishna and Skandhe Arohana. It means they climb upon the shoulder of Lord Krishna. So they fight with him, they climb on his shoulder, Tara Dasya Bhava Kare, Charana Sev. But still, they are eager to worship lotus feet of Krishna. So Lord Krishna's friend in Vrindavan, headed by Sri Dama, have pure fraternal affection for Lord Krishna and have no idea of his opulence. They also don't know that he is Supreme Lord. No idea that, okay, Bhagwan means what. They never think him like Bhagwan. Although they fight with him, climb upon his shoulders, they worship his lotus feet in a spirit of servitude. That is their mood. And it is confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam also. It says, Pada Samvahanam Chakro Kechitasya Mahatmana Aparehat Papmano Vajane Samabhijaya. So Pada Samvahanam Chakra. They are very eager to do this Pada Samvahan, this massage of feet of Supreme Lord. Vyajane means fanning with this Vyajana or Morpang. So it is said that some of the cowherd boys who were all great souls, they were not ordinary people. This Shukadeva Goswami has revealed in Srimad Bhagavatam. And they were great Mahatmas in their previous life. But in this life, they got opportunity to play with Krishna. So they were eager. They would then massage his lotus feet, and others who qualified by being free of all sins would expertly fan the Supreme. So that mood of service was there even in friendship also. It was there. So whatever is the relationship, but that mood is there. Now, what to speak of some other Shakti Tattva or Jiva Tattva, for example, all these friends, they are Jiva Tattva. All this consort like Lakshmi Devi, they are Shakti Tattva. What to speak of himself? Because Balaram is not different than Lord himself. Baladev is as good as Lord Krishna. So, Adira ki katha Baladevo Mahashaya Jara Bhava Shuddha Sakhya Vasyanyadimaya Tehu Apana Ke Kare Dasa Bhavana. आरेर की कथा औरों की क्या कहे बलदेव महाशय Balaram himself jara bhava shuddha sakya vatsanya, his mood, though he is in the mood of friendship also, but he is little elder to Krishna, so he has vatsalya bhava, so he is a mixture of vatsalya bhava and sakya bhava towards Krishna. So what to speak of others, Krishna himself is Balaram, but when he is in the Balaram form, he is in the mood of service to Lord Krishna. Balaram's existence is there only to serve Lord Krishna. And in what way? He serves in various ways. Chhatra, Paduka, Shaya, Upadhana, Vasana, Aram, Avas, Jagya Sutra, Simhasana. All these are the ways through which Lord Krishna's Paduka, his footwear, his Shaya, his clothing, his place of residence, like his dham, and his chhatra, umbrella, these all are expansions of Lord Balaram. We read that. Let's read the translation. If anyone is interested, please read the paragraph. Yes, Mataji, please read.
Yes. Mataji. He serves Lord Krishna, assuming all the. 1 second, Mataji, I need to lower my hand. 1 second. Yeah. He serves Lord Krishna, assuming all the following forms: umbrella, slippers, bedding, pillow, garments, resting chair, residence, sacred thread, and throne. He is thus called Lord Shisha, for he has attained the ultimate end of servitude to Krishna. He takes many forms for the service of Krishna, and thus he serves the Lord. Hare Krishna.
All these things which Krishna is using, or anything in the material, in the spiritual world, is not made up of matter. So even Krishna's umbrella, Krishna's slippers, his bedding, his pillow, his garments, for we people it's very difficult to conceive that these are not made up of matter. And Balaram himself expands in all these forms to serve Lord Krishna. And not only that, Balaram expands himself in the form of this Ananta Shesh Sankarshana Sahasravadana Jeho Shesha Shankarshana Dasha Deha Dharikari Krishnira Sevana. So he Sankarshana Shesh Ananta Shesh, he has thousands of mouths and he serves Supreme Lord by assuming that kind of forms. So everyone is so eager to serve Supreme Lord. When Lord appears in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then Balaram appears in the form of Nityananda. Jadyapi apani hai Prabhu Balaram Tathapi Chaitanya Kare Dasa Abhimana. This Nityananda Prabhu also has Dasa Abhiman towards Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I am the servant. That is the topmost identity. That is the pride. And that is the source of happiness, that I am the servant of Lord Chaitanya. And So the point is that Das Abhiman is highest in spiritual world, or somebody who is on that path. In this material world, we see that becoming servant is the lowest position. But again, we can understand that this material world is perverted reflection of the spiritual world. Something which is lowest in this material world must be highest in the spiritual world. So this service attitude is low, not attitude, but the servitorship is lowest in this material world. So this is highest in spiritual. And when Lord incarnates in himself into various forms. So all these forms we read from Srimad Bhagavatam. His first expansion is Balaram. And all other incarnations are further expanded from Balaram. So because Balaram is carrying that mood of service towards Lord Krishna, all other expansions are also having mood of service towards Lord Krishna. Let's read that. It says, Bhakta Abhimana Muna Shri Balarame Se Bhave Anugata Tara Anshagar. So all the Ansha means a portion or the plenary portion of Supreme Lord expanded from Balaram. They also have this Bhakta Abhiman, the mood of service towards Supreme Lord. For example, here we know these Purusha avatars. These three Purusha avatars, Karonodakshaya Vishnu, Shirodakshaya Vishnu, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, they are running this cosmic manifestation. They are the personalities, from their body pores, the universes are coming into existence. From their navel, Lord Brahma is coming into existence. And this Shirodakshaya Vishnu is present in every atom of this world as super soul. But they also maintain the mood of service towards Lord Krishna because they are coming from Sankarshan, right? Ultimately from Balaram. So that mood is there. So it's quite interesting to know and difficult to conceive also, isn't it? Now, what to speak of this if we talk about some devotees? Okay, these are great personalities, but yeah, we are more familiar with Prahlad Maharaj and his mood, his attitude. So what he says, न धर्म कामम अर्थम वा मोक्षम वा वरदेश्वर प्रार्थये तव पादाब्जे दास्य मेवाभिकामये न धर्मम कामम अर्थम वा मोक्षम. I'm not looking for dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Oh, Varadeshwar. Varadeshwar means one who can give all kind of benedictions. Prarthaye tava padabje. My prarthana, I only pray for at your lotus feet. I pray Dasya eva bhikami. I only pray for. I simply pray that I may always be engaged as a servant of your lotus feet. That is the prayer of Prahlad Maharaj. Is there any personality who is not praying like that? Now, we all know this King Kulshekhar, what he says. Very interesting prayer. He says, Mat janmana phalam idam madhukyata bhare, mat prarthaniya mat anugraha esha eva tadabhratya bhratya parichalaka bhratya bhratya bhratyasya bhrat itimam smaraloni. So, he says that, no, my dear Lord, so Madhu Katabhare means, oh, enemy of Madhu and Katab, Madhu and Katab. He says that the perfection of my life, the most cherished mercy you could show me would be for you to consider me the servant of you. So look, for ordinary people, we should not desire, okay, we can directly serve Supreme Lord. Only Nitya Siddha people have that right. But yes, we can serve some servant of Supreme Lord, servant. That is the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also. That is what he has taught us. This is very famous prayer of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu where he says, Naham Vipro Nachanarpati Napi Vaishya Na Shudra. Naham Vipra means my identity is not like a Vipra means a Brahman. Nachanarpati means not like a Kshatriya, Narpati. Napi Vaishya. I'm not a Vaishya. I'm not a Shudra. Naham Varani. Nachagrahapatir Vanasto Yatirva. I'm not a brahmachari. My identity is not like that. Not like a grahastha or vanaprastha or sannyasi. Kintu prodyan nikhila paramananda purnamratabdhira. Gopi Bhartu, Padakamalayur, Dasa, Dasa. So he is like a Prodyan Nikhila Paramananda. He is like ocean of nectar. And I am seeing myself as Gopi Bhartu. Gopi Bhartu means Supreme Lord. Gopinath. Padakamalayur, Dasa, Dasa. So I just want to become servant of that Gopinath. So that is the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That mood we also are supposed to cultivate. And that is Das Abhimana is like my topmost identity, my pride also. For example, when we read from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Ekale Ishwar Krishna Arasa Bhratya. Only Krishna is Lord and all other are Bhratya or servant. Initially, it looks like a very strong statement, isn't it? But is there any personality who is not accepting himself as servant of Supreme Lord? We have seen so many examples here. And of course, we can find many more examples from our Vedas and Puranas and scriptures. So, Pita Mata Guru Sakha Bhava Kene Naya Krishna Premira Swabhavi Tasya Bhava Sikha. So, all doesn't matter in whatever mood somebody associates Pita, Mata, Guru, Sakha, whatever it is. Krishna Prem gives us a feeling of this service towards servitude, service towards the Supreme Lord. So that is and the important point to understand is that more one is advanced, that feeling becomes more intense. Because we are not advanced, we are very averse from Supreme Lord, we are averse from Bhakti, we find it very difficult to digest that, okay, why should I become a servant? Or initially when we read that our position is like servant, we find it difficult to accept it. But more exalted devotees, they are more advanced servants also. Now, this Chaitanya Charitamrita also says that whether you accept or you don't accept, that is our constitutional position. Jivera Swarupaya Krishnera Nityadasa. Keha mane, keha na mane, sabatara dasa. Whether you accept or you don't accept, doesn't matter. Sabatara dasa, all living entities in this world are his servant. Jena mane tarahaya, sehi pape nasha. If you accept, then certainly we are benefited and we become happy. But if somebody does not accept it, then what is going to happen? Tara haya sehi pape nasha. That person will be ruined by his sinful activities, because nobody can survive in this world without performing sinful activities. We cannot eat, we cannot do any activity. Day-to-day survival is also not possible without committing sin in this material. And if somebody is not accepting his position as servant, then he will be ruined by his own sinful activities. So, if somebody accepts that I am servant of Supreme Lord, that thought is there in the consciousness, that conviction is completely intense in our heart, then there is nothing more to achieve. Bhagavatam confirms this point. It says, Yannama Shruti Matrena Pumana Bhavati Nirma. That personality whose name, just by chanting or hearing his name, one becomes purified. Yannama Shruti Matra, just by hearing his name, one is purified. Pumana Bhavati Nirmala. Nirmala means free from all contaminations. Tasya Tirtha Padha, and his lotus feet, they are like pilgrimage. They create the place, holy places. So Kimva Dasana Avashishyate. Kimva Dasan, those who are servant of Supreme Lord, Avashishyate, what is remaining for them to attain? What remains to be attained by those who have become servant? Is there anything else to be attained in life? Something more? Nothing more. And we have seen the example of most glorious and topmost personalities, either in material world or in spiritual world. Everybody is accepting. And of course, Jivera Swarupaya Krishnera Nityadas, that feeling should be there, but we should be proud to say that. जीवेर स्वभावे कृष्ण दास अभिमान. किसी अभिमान से हम कहें कि yes, I am the servant of Krishna. And that pride should be there. That pride is the most glorious pride. So, in that way, Dasa Abhiman is the highest element and relished in spiritual world, though it is lowest in material world. But by hearing from all these great personalities, if we cultivate that mood and with full conviction that I am also servant of Supreme Lord, then my life will be successful. And I want that pride to come in my consciousness. Krishna Dasa Abhimana. I think I'm done. I would like to stop here. If you have something to say, then most welcome. Fine. So thank you very much for joining this session. And we'll see you next time. Prabhuji will be there next time. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to assembled devotees. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you,
Thank you,
Mataji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna, Mataji.